Fuck yeah! I miss OJ real bad. That car was, yeah, man, that started the whole thing. I've gone through phases in my life, just like anybody else, where I had cars, I had money, then you grow up, and then you take on things, and everybody makes their own way in life, and then typically things will start to get better for you. But yeah, make sure this mic's plugged. Okay. When things started coming back around, there was a time when I was gonna buy OJ. So I've traded up. I've got my ZL1. We've got Zozo now. I don't want to get rid of this car. As a matter of fact, if I had to do it all again, or if I could go back in time, I would probably do everything I could to keep that car. I just wasn't sure about everything at the time when I got this car, and it had 50,000 miles on it, and I wasn't sure what I was going to be getting into with this thing. That's kind of what inspired today's video. That, and it's been a while since we've been able to like get out and get some, what's that dude doing? Get out and just drive the car a little bit. We've been pummeled with snow. Zip it. I wanted to do like a review on my 2-year, which I still might do, but it's been almost 15. I'm like at 12,500 miles. Basically what I do is I daily drive my other car, and I just kind of leave the miles off of this one because I learned from experience with my SS1LE that the miles rack up quick. And when you're putting this amount of power on a car, on a motor, the reliability goes down. Not always the case, but I mean, these motors are tough. LT4 is really, really tough. It's never a bad idea to have a backup car, and this thing gets terrible gas mileage, especially since I switched over to E85. You're gonna get 25-30% less right off the top. Anywho, once you start cranking up the power, things change. Speaking of power, I'm kind of wondering how far I want to take this build, whether I want to blow this LT4 up. I guess it's gonna be up to the budget. I'm not rich, so for those of you guys thinking that I'm like super freaking wealthy, I'm not. Do I have any regrets about buying this car? Yes and no. Being in this position, this view has changed. Like I said, I got blue mirrors now instead of orange. Kind of wish I had my orange back, but you know what? I don't think it's the color. I think I really miss my old cars. What the deal is. I beat the hell out of that car, and I wrung its neck, and it took it. And that was part of the charm, and that was part of why I love that car so much. As you can see, it started raining, so I got those shots just in time. SS1LE versus ZL1, year and a half later. So I took delivery of this car July 8th of 2022. This is January of 24. So here in about 5 months, it'll be 2 years I've had this car. If you're in this position and you want to trade up to a ZL1, which now everything's used, you can still find some deals. There's a couple on eBay. They're asking a premium, but they have delivery miles on them, which technically they're brand new, but you're not getting The warranty, I think my warranty lasted about 699 miles before I took it to Killer Performance, and then it was off the grid. That doesn't get old. I'm not gonna lie. But here's the thing, the LT1 screams, man. And I kind of like the LT1. I kind of prefer it some days. Not just power. I just think the power delivery is more consistent. It's more predictable. The torque curve, the power curve is a little bit more manageable. I don't know. The Supercharged is just, like I said, this is my first Supercharged car. But, I don't know. The LT1, it's got a different sound to it. And it's just, man, that motor, it wasn't as powerful. And that's fine. It doesn't take a billion horsepower. I mean, for a street car, 455 is not enough. I think 500, 600 plus is going to be probably the sweet spot. But stock, that motor can handle it. I think 600 wheel. So you're talking almost 700 at the crank. So, I mean, even if you juice that thing up to just a tick over 600, 650, that would be E85, cam it, headers, you know, some exhaust work to make it loud or whatever. Do a throttle body intake. That motor's good. The LT4, I'm digging the upgrade. Since I've taken the car apart, there's a lot of upgrades, little things that you get. The drive shafts more beefed up. I want to compare a 22 SS1LE before I say that, because my 19 was different. It had like rag joints and little tiny. This you actually get like little tiny miniature U joints. The fuel system's upgraded. Internals are upgraded. I mean, I could twin turbo this thing, and the weak link's going to be pretty much clutch, drive shafts, and half shafts. Camaro's an amazing platform, and I have zero regrets. As a matter of fact, it kind of saddens me because not a lot more people have jumped on board with Camaro. Being in the driver's seat, going from SS1LE to ZL1, nothing's changed. I mean, I got like a little supercharger, the boost gauge on my dash there. Other than that, my payment went up, way up. My gas mileage went down, and my vantage point, my view has not changed. I knew what I was getting into. There's tiny little differences. Chrome start button, because I had a 1SS 1LE, so I don't need all this crap. Like dual climate, dual zone. Dude, I can reach across. I can touch the glass. Like, who the hell needs a dual climate? Like, I don't need this crap. I just wanted LT4, the manual transmission, the big ass tires, the ELSD, and the suspension. That's what I wanted. Going forward, I wish they had a stripper model of just low options. If I could get like a 1LZ or ZL1, or you know what I mean, like a lower trim package, I would appreciate stuff like that. But not everybody does. Everybody has to have these illuminated door sills and stuff. Nah, I can do without it. I do love that mirror, but everything inside, interior wise, you get on a 2SS. So there's nothing really super special about a ZL1. You're just forced to pay the premium. Well, you were. The rear wing's disgusting, but I fixed that with the duckbill spoiler. Go check that video out. I got you guys hard mounted up here on the windshield, so I'm not gonna take you guys off and like do a round tour. The carbon canards, also did a video on that. I recommend the canards to everybody if you're going to be doing over 120 miles an hour a lot. Air gets trapped in. For those of you who know what I'm talking about and have experienced this, comment below. The air gets trapped up in the front and it starts flexing and the hood starts wobbling. And I mean, when I'm doing, or allegedly, when somebody's doing 150, 60, 70 miles an hour, you don't need to be worrying about stupid crap like that. I think, was it Auto Top NL? A long time ago, he test drove a SS, and the same thing happened to him. The hood starts wobbling at like 150, and that's because so much air gets trapped in there, it can't get out as fast as it can get in. So I put the canards on there to kind of push the air out and around the front bumper, and it's worked so far. So anybody that gets a ZL1, I would do the 1LE conversion on the front end. The wing, come on. I'm not a big fan of it. There's some people that are. Takes all kinds, you know, to make the world go around, and I like it that way. The front end, it's very distinguishable, and I don't know if it's distinguishable because, and I'm talking about the ZL1 versus the SS1LE. That's how you can spot the car right away. And I don't know if it's distinguishable because of a bright color or if it's the actual front end. Did a video last summer with when we met up with Mike Burley, and man, that black just looks so freaking good. It's kind of the 10-speed, 6-speed conundrum. I want both. I want to have a black car. I want to have a bright colored car. I want to have, you know what I mean? So, yeah. I love Camaro 6 ZL1. It's so much better than the C7 Z06, and I'm so happy that I didn't buy that Grand Sport. So, very, very happy. Also, it's a lot more rare. It's a lot more rare. So, I'm going to do a video on why the Camaro, in my opinion, is better than the C7 Z06. I am happy that I bought this car when I did. And I say when I did because I paid $5,000 over. But am I sour to my dealer about paying $5,000 over when the market was about to freaking go ballistic like it was? Not really, and I'll tell you why. I mean, it's ruined me as far as like the car market buying experience. As far as like buying a new car, I don't know if I'll ever do it again. If I do, I'll be damned if I'm going to be paying over. They let me drive the car for, well, I ordered the car in January. They let me drive OJ for months, probably 7 months, 6-7 months. Love this car. And there's value to that. There's value to that. And I was making payments on this car instead of that car throughout the whole time. All I had to do was all I had to do was put gas in it and maintain it. So I did. I did oil changes on it, and I honest to God, kept it up to stuff for them. So, like I said, there's value in that, and you kind of have to chalk it up as a lot. I mean, I knew that the car was going to be winding down Camaro as a whole, and 2023 I thought was kind of going to be the last year, but surprise, we got 24. But we got all the 24s done within the 23 year. So it is what it is. Did I buy it when I was financially ready? No. So I have to pay for that month to month to month. And I would recommend that you guys really put a good chunk down as far as going to month living. Bridge. Cops are sneaky here, man. They're very, very sneaky. Month to month, it really sucks. My insurance really wasn't affected, but the two biggest factors that were affected was my payment and my fuel economy. So now that I've started changing my oil every 2,000 miles or whatever, that's on my own volition. That's me. So now these bridges are taller. Tell me, I'm gonna see if I can. It's so good to get out and drive this thing. It's been parked for like 6 weeks. So yes, everything's went up except for my car insurance. I think my car insurance rose about what, $7 or $10. So it is what it is, man. This is just another stream of income and kind of way to make a little bit of money back. I'm gonna say this right now, as far as like the ability to jump in power like I have, I was kind of doing the math when I had my SS1LE, and it was gonna be like $40,000 cash. So now, to get to the point to where I'm at, and I still don't have all my parts on, it's gonna be, I've already got like 20,000 cash, so I'm in this car for still under $100,000. That's insanity. A couple more $1,000 in parts alone. If I'm doing all the work, yeah, I'd be 800, 850 wheel, maybe, I'm guessing, I don't know. I don't know how far to take this, because I think about 1,000, 1,100 wheel, and LT4 craps out. Everything seems to be holding up, but I really can't say that because my 2019, you know, OJ, I had that car for almost 50,000 miles. So I'm not even a third of the way there yet as far as the lifespan goes, but I've had it almost just as long. The big thing is the attention. Does this car get noticed more than SS1LE? No, it doesn't. So I'll just say that right now. The SS1LE is a ton of car for the money, especially on the used market. Now that everything's coming back down to reality, that's absolutely the way to go. The SS1LE, especially with that front chin spoiler, it looks menacing as it is, depending on what color you get it in, I've noticed. So the SS1LE has a wicked front end, just, you know, it's pretty comparable with the ZL1, but people know what the ZL1 is right off the bat. I got just as much attention in the SS1LE as I did the ZL1. I bought the ZL1 for me. I bought all these cars for me. I don't need anybody's validation, and these cars make me happy. Just driving in an American car, new, that everybody wants to own, everybody appreciates it, and, you know, especially all across the world. So, yeah. The following for Camaro's not as intense and as big as I thought it would be, but that's all right. We'll get there, right? We'll get there. I bought my GoPro because I wanted to do a POV shot, but I mean, honest to God, I'll check it here. Let me try. It's still too cold. I mean, you kind of have to know what you're asking for. I really wanted to check because I need to do a full pull. I want to see if this thing is going lean since I put the wideband in. I would rather wait 60 days than pile drive my car into that fucking bridge or median or whatever you want to call that. So there's still good deals to be found on these cars. There's still cars that are, you know, in good shape, stock, unmolested form. Would I be scared to buy a used car? Hell no. Hell no. I would, you know, knowing what I know now, I wouldn't be afraid to buy 2018 or 17. Just you take it in, you get everything fixed. You know everything that's going to go wrong. So day one, to the dealer, get all that shit fixed. It's just the aesthetics. Do you want to deal with the older infotainment, the taillights? That's really about the big changes as far as Camaro 6 goes. I'm gonna pack it in, I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna freaking probably do some editing. So you guys take care. Have any questions, drop them below. I'm gonna leave you with one last shot of OJ. Like the video, subscribe. Till the next one, later.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna get my ass ran over, man. Oh my
God, dude. Yeah, that was great.
Oh my God.
I was like, man, he's fucking bold. He's standing by the headlight. I'm like, wow. All right, attaboy. I'm proud of you, actually.
Yeah, until I realized when I looked up from the camera that it was close. Your car was closer than the camera showed.